Saturday night in Lynchburg, Jacksonville State comes in and comes away with a 48-19 win over Liberty. Alan York, Matt Kamary. As we analyze this game, Matt, Eli Jenkins, their super stud quarterback, he did not disappoint this evening.
Alan, he didn't. We knew coming into this game that Eli Jenkins was a threat and a force to be reckoned with, and he was tonight. He had a couple long runs. He went sideline to sideline. His vision was incredible when he was running the ball, and he had great touch on his passes.
We talk about some explosive plays coming in. They've had over 1,000 in the last 10 years or so down there at Jacksonville State. Tonight, they had 5 plays, scoring plays of at least 51 yards, and they started off that with the touchdown pass to Rock Thomas, and after that, it was pretty much all Jacksonville State.
Absolutely. They have so many playmakers on that team. Our defense did everything they could. I thought the defensive front, our front four, played outstanding. It was when they got on the back end is when things started to get a little loose. You saw some blocks downfield for Jacksonville State that were able to spring their playmakers free. And I tell you again, it's just the vision that Jacksonville State had. It wasn't really anything that Liberty was doing too terribly wrong.
Right.
It was just they had great vision to find a seam and to just take off.
And you look at the quarterback situation, Buckshot Calvert, Stephon Masha, both took snaps, and it was more Buckshot in the second half. And I think Joe Daly, who's very transparent on his post-game comments to Nick Pierce, that they have to solidify that position. They'll work hard to do that with Robert Morris coming in next week.
I think so. I think the two positions they're going to solidify is, one, the quarterback position, two, the offensive line. We saw the fourth starting combination for the offensive line. I think that has really hurt the run game. I think a lot of people would agree that the run game hasn't gotten off to the start they wanted it to with 3 dynamic backs that we have. Tonight was just another episode of that. But with the quarterback situation, I think they'll get that solidified this week. Coming into Robert Morris, they'll have 5 guys up front taking the ones. They'll have a guy in the backfield taking the reps as the first quarterback. So hopefully we see some more consistency next week against Robert Morris.
One of the bright spots on defense, Jerron Green, had 9 tackles. He starts our post-game coverage with some comments about the ball game.
Missed tackles would be the number one thing I would take from this game. Those type of teams, you can't make mistakes. They are going to capitalize on that mistake. They're so athletic. They're so fast. Honestly, in my opinion, they might be FCS, but I think that's the best team we played all year. We know we need to improve on. We just have to do it.
You know, they played in the national championship last year, so they got a lot of experience. The thing that we failed to do early on is get a hat on a hat and hit a couple creases. You know, we didn't start as fast as we needed to start. We went backwards a couple times in the first 4 series, and it led to us being in 3rd and long a couple times in those defensive ends, you know, teeing off on us. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but, you know, we knew exactly what would happen if we didn't execute on 1st and 2nd down. I'm not going to attribute that to the offensive line. I'm going to say it's twofold. You know, the quarterback had a role in it as well.
You know, we told them at the beginning of the game that we were going to have two series there with Stephon Masha, then 2 series there with Stephen Calvert. Then we'll make an evaluation and see who our starter will be as far as we go forward next week. Well, just the flat-out deal is their team was better than ours. They executed better than we did, and then they just really, their D-line versus our O-line just dominated the line of scrimmage. We couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball, particularly running the football. And we'll learn from this and we'll move forward.
Liberty 1-3 as they welcome in Robert Morris next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And I think the open deck comes after that. I'm really thankful they're not flip-flop because after a game like tonight, you want to get back out there. You want to prove that, hey, we're a good team as you prepare for Big South play. So Robert Morris, that's the biggest game, and obviously it's the next one, but it's got to be a pivotal game on the schedule next week.
Yeah, these guys will come in tomorrow, review film. The coaching staff will have all their notes, their corrections that they want to get taken care of tomorrow. They'll look at tape as a team. They'll correct them out on the field. They'll come back on Tuesday, and they'll start game planning for Robert Morris. And like you said, Alan, this game this week is great because now you can get out there and play football again, correct those mistakes before having to dwell on it for 2 weeks. And this staff and this team is taking it 1 week at a time. They're not even looking to the bye week or to Big South play. They want to get one game at a time, and here's the time. This week against Robert Morris, they can redeem themselves.
48-19, Jacksonville State is a winner. Don't forget, coming up on Monday night, we'll talk about this ball game and look ahead to Robert Morris with our weekly radio show at the Liberty Bookstore starting at 6 o'clock. For Matt Kamary, I'm Alan York for LibertyFlames.com.